This is Henares making your day with part 10 of an article I wrote in the Information Age. Chapter, Don't Listen to Politicians, the Future is Upon Us. The NTSC, PAL, and SECAM are all analog and using a 4 horizontal to 3 vertical picture aspect ratio, making it difficult and bothersome to show widescreen movies. NTSC broadcasts 525 lines at 30 frames per second. PAL-SECAM at 625 lines at 25 frames per second. The latter sharper but jerkier than the former. For your information, a TV picture with sound occupies 6 megahertz of frequency spectrum, enough bandwidth for 600 AM radio stations, 25 FM stations, or 2,222 voice-grade telephone lines. Today, the Japanese dominate the manufacture of TV equipment and came up with their own HD TV, high-definition television, which impressed many of us who saw it for the first time sharp and clear, over 1 story high in the Seville World Fair. But it was still analog, occupied too much bandwidth, and was considered obsolete by American experts. In the United States, a grand alliance formed by AT&T, General Instrument, Zenith, Thomson of France, Philips of Holland, and my own school, MIT, to offer a new digital HD TV standard, now approved by the U.S. Federal Communications Commission, FCC. The U.S. HD TV offers 7 formats instead of 1 4:3 aspect ratio, all the way to 16 horizontal by 9 vertical, so that HD TV sets will have screen wide enough to show CinemaScope films. It offers high resolution, 1,080 lines instead of 525, with 1,920 pixels across at the rate of 60 frames per second instead of 30 frames per second. With startling picture quality and sharpness as good as a movie film, it offers 6 channels of CD quality sound instead of stereo 2, allowing for full surround sound and multilingual stereo, just like the DVD disc. Moreover, it occupies the same 6 megahertz spectrum as the present TV, allowing them to coexist. Cable TV using this format can send 2 high-definition TV channels, now occupied by 1 NTSC channel. A typical high-definition television set is like a computer, where the U.S. has a head start, and so with HD TV, U.S. TV firms hope to gain their former glory. More about this after these messages. This is Henares making your day with part 10 of an article we wrote on Information Age. Chapter, Don't Listen to Politicians, the Future is Upon Us. And this is to recapitulate, my friends, my thesis on the conversion of telecom technology. Listen carefully to one who is an MIT graduate and a writer with an IQ of 170, educator, economist, engineer, industrialist, public servant at the highest levels, and an avid student of the contemporary scene, me. Listen more to me than to politicians, bureaucrats, and pro-American morons. First, we do not need to change our Constitution to modify ownership rules for media and public services, or get our Solons to pass laws to franchise and regulate our entry into the information superhighway. We do not need ignoramuses or control freaks or grafters to usher us into the future. The future will come to us instead. Believe me. Technology advances like a juggernaut at exponential speed. Nothing can stop it. Second, the future is already upon us. the digital information superhighway already exists in the internet, and no one can control it. Moral guardians of US, Germany, and the Opus Dei, political thought control freaks in China and the Arab countries have tried and failed miserably. Politicians and bureaucrats in the Philippines are doomed to failure. The worst they can do is to control the choke points in the telephone lines between the internet server and our computer terminals. But we have alternate routes. We can use cable modems like Destiny and later Sky Cable and Home Cable faster with unlimited access. Already, a 13-inch satellite dish is being marketed that will link us directly to the satellites, out of the control of stupid bureaucrats. Thirdly, developments like that of the computer will come upon us with exponential velocity. By 2004 AD, the wireless cell phone and coaxials of cable TV replaced landlines of telephone companies. And long-distance telephony is carried cheaper and better by the internet. PLDT will fade away in favor of smart, home cable, and the internet. Easy call, paging, gave way to Globe's GSM system of direct interactive text messaging. More next time, my dear friends. This is Larry Henares, making your day, saying good day, God bless you. Thank you very much for being with us. Till next time, hasta la bye-bye.